Mögöttem megőrülnek, főleg a hölgyek.
左当たった。そして組みつけに行きます。しかしダブさってる。左を振り出している。しかしまた右の腕だ。右の腕。
A heavier weight means more power, and a longer reach allows for better control. However, time and time again, we've seen that size alone does not guarantee victory. In today's video, we will witness how a much smaller fighter completely destroys his giant-sized opponent.
It's not real life.
The first match is a thrilling battle between a fighter from the lightest division in BJJ, the rooster weight class, facing off against a much larger opponent from the heavyweight division. Right from the start, the size difference is striking. This fighter, weighing under 125 pounds, faces a huge challenge in overcoming the sheer strength and pressure of his much heavier opponent.
Stay out of his guard. Push his leg. Stay out of the guard. Stay out of that guard.
But this is where technique makes all the difference. With speed, agility, and a deep understanding of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the rooster weight fighter takes control of the situation. Using smart ground game, smooth transitions, and a rock-solid defense, he patiently searches for an opening. After minutes of incredible defense, he finally sees his chance. With a brilliant execution, he locks in a submission, forcing his much larger opponent to tap out. An equally intense showdown unfolds in the next women's fight.
In the dressing room. Remember the two things that I said. One, when I take a safe break, take a...
At the start of the match, both fighters appear evenly matched. The smaller fighter manages to keep up with her giant-sized opponent, showing impressive skill and resilience. In fact, the fighter in black shorts skillfully dodges the powerful strikes thrown by the much larger boxer. The fight reaches its peak when the smaller fighter goes for the attack. With a devastating right hook, it takes just a split second before her opponent crashes to the canvas. Speed and agility are often the secret weapons of smaller fighters. Unlike their bigger opponents, they can exploit openings and react quickly to shifts in the fight's momentum. A perfect example of this is Fedor Conley's victory over Bob Sapp. Despite Sapp's massive size and brute strength, Conley's speed and precision allowed him to land a fight-ending blow, securing a KO victory.
Mögöttem megőrülnek, főleg a hölgyek. Csak nem ez belőle. Pillanat, nagyon jól csinálja, nagyon jól csapja, amit csak még vége! A Timador megverte a 100 kilóval nehezebb boxerben.
Next, we have an iconic moment when Fedor Emelianenko, one of the most legendary MMA fighters, took down a much larger opponent, Hong-Man Choi. By staying mobile and taking advantage of his opponent's slower reactions, Fedor was able to land precise strikes and execute a perfect armbar submission, forcing the giant to tap out. Hong-Man Choi also suffered defeat at the hands of a kickboxing fighter known as the Shaolin Kung Fu Master, Yong. Yong stands at 5 feet 9 inches, while Hong-Man Choi towers over him at over 7 feet. Despite the massive size difference, Yong showed no fear. In this showdown in Macau, Yong dominated the fight with his remarkable courage and strength. The fighter, whose full name is Fedor Emelianenko, skillfully dodged Choi's powerful strikes and countered with sharp, precise attacks. However, the fight took an unexpected turn when Choi accidentally took a kick to the groin. Unable to continue after the recovery time, the Korean fighter was forced to withdraw, and Yong was declared the winner. Meanwhile, Fedor Emelianenko also defeated another giant, the legendary Semi Schilt. Fedor utilized every technique in his arsenal, taking Schilt down, pinning him to the ground, and locking in a submission to secure the victory. Next, we have an incredible moment when the heaviest athlete in the world was defeated by a much smaller fighter skilled in Kung Fu. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing a staggering 881 pounds. Emanuel Yarro was a sumo wrestler who once competed in UFC 3. In that event, he faced Hackney, a Kung Fu specialist. Despite being significantly smaller than Yarro, Hackney managed to drop the massive sumo fighter with a series of powerful palm strikes. At one point, Yarro turned the tables and even threw Hackney out of the octagon. But in the end, the Kung Fu master proved his superiority, finishing the fight with a TKO victory.
Finally got the leg.
Emanuel Yarro also suffered a defeat against Dau Tass, who displayed dominant control throughout the fight. His smaller frame gave him a huge advantage, allowing him to move quickly and effortlessly, while Yarro struggled with mobility. As the fight progressed, things got more intense when Yarro briefly trapped Tass by pinning his leg. However, thanks to his agility and quick reflexes, Tass managed to escape the sumo wrestler's hold. Yarro then appeared exhausted, leaving an opening for Tass to unleash a relentless attack. With one fighter unable to defend himself, the referee stepped in, stopping the fight and declaring Yarro the loser by KO. And finally, we have a remarkable moment featuring Pseudo as he faced off against the massive fighter, Butterbean. At the start of the fight, Pseudo appeared calm and strategic, avoiding any reckless moves. He didn't rush in carelessly with his attacks against Butterbean. Even when Butterbean tried to close the distance, Pseudo kept evading, clearly looking for the perfect opening to strike. After spending some time dodging and analyzing his opponent, Pseudo finally made his move, taking Butterbean down to the ground. However, before he could capitalize, the first round ended. In the second round, it was Butterbean who initiated the ground fight. But in an unexpected turn of events, Pseudo reversed the situation, locking in a leg submission. With no way to escape, Butterbean was forced to tap out, giving Pseudo the victory.